The year is 1969. The world watches in awe as Neil Armstrong takes his first steps on the moon. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, he says. But what if I told you that behind the glory and triumph of space exploration, there are secrets, dangers, and ethical dilemmas that most people have never even considered? What if space isn't the endless frontier of hope we were promised, but something far more sinister? Buckle up, because today we are diving into the dark truths of space exploration that they don't want you to know. The hidden dangers of space travel. We often hear about the excitement of sending humans into space, but what about the brutal reality astronauts face? Space isn't just a vast void. It's a deadly environment filled with radiation, extreme temperatures, and psychological distress. NASA has documented the dangerous effects of prolonged space travel. Astronauts suffer from muscle atrophy, bone density loss, and weakened immune systems. Cosmic radiation exposure increases cancer risks and damages DNA. In 2019, a study on astronaut Scott Kelly revealed that his DNA changed after a year in space, a phenomenon known as space gene expression. This raises the question, are we even meant to survive in space? The moon landing controversies. What if we never went? The moon landing is one of the most celebrated achievements in history, but skeptics argue it may have been staged. Conspiracy theories suggest that the United States, desperate to win the space race against the Soviet Union, may have faked the landing to assert dominance. Critics point to inconsistencies in NASA's footage. Why does the flag appear to wave in an airless environment? Why are there no visible stars in the moon landing photos? While these theories have been debunked scientifically, they persist, proving one thing. There's always more to the story than we're told. Space junk. Earth's orbit is becoming a war zone. Right now, over 130 million pieces of space debris are orbiting Earth at speeds of up to 28,000 kilometers per hour. From defunct satellites to spent rocket stages, space junk is a growing threat to future space missions. In 2009, an inactive Russian satellite collided with an American one, creating thousands of dangerous debris fragments. If we don't clean up our orbit, future space missions might become impossible. Worse, a phenomenon called Kessler syndrome could occur, where cascading collisions make low Earth orbit unusable for generations. So, while billionaires dream of colonizing Mars, they may soon find that even launching into orbit is a nightmare. The dark side of space colonization. Colonizing Mars sounds like an exciting venture, but is it ethical? Elon Musk has ambitious plans to make humanity a multi-planetary species, but at what cost? Mars has no breathable atmosphere, lethal radiation, and freezing temperatures. Anyone living there will be completely dependent on Earth for survival. But here's the real issue. Who gets to own Mars? The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 states that no nation can claim celestial bodies, but corporations like SpaceX could sidestep these laws. If space colonization happens, will it be a utopia for all, or just another playground for the rich? The unexplained mysteries of space. Space is full of bizarre, unexplained phenomena. For instance, the Great Attractor, a gravitational anomaly pulling galaxies towards it, remains a mystery. Then there's Oumuamua, an interstellar object that passed through our solar system in 2017. Some scientists, including Harvard's Avi Loeb, speculate that it could be an alien probe. What else don't we understand? Are we alone, or is something else lurking in the darkness, watching us? The ethics of space mining. Asteroids contain valuable metals worth trillions of dollars. Companies like Planetary Resources and Deep Space Industries plan to mine these celestial bodies for gold, platinum, and rare minerals. But space mining raises ethical questions. Who has the right to exploit space resources? Could this trigger interplanetary conflicts? Some experts warn that space mining could lead to new forms of colonization and corporate monopolies that leave the rest of humanity behind. Space warfare. The militarization of space. Governments are already turning space into a battlefield. The U.S. created the Space Force in 2019, signaling a shift towards space militarization. Russia and China have tested anti-satellite weapons, capable of taking out global communication networks. With tensions rising on Earth, could the first war in space be closer than we think? And if so, what will it mean for the future of humanity? The psychological effects of space isolation. Astronauts undergo extensive psychological training, but the impact of isolation in deep space is still unknown. A Mars mission, for instance, could take years. Imagine being trapped inside a spacecraft with the same people, millions of miles from home. NASA has conducted experiments simulating long-term space travel, and the results aren't promising. Some test subjects suffered from paranoia, depression, and even hallucinations. Could deep space travel drive humans insane? The real cost of space exploration. Governments and private companies spend billions on space missions. NASA's Artemis program, designed to return humans to the moon, has an estimated cost of $93 billion by 2025. Meanwhile, people on Earth still face poverty, hunger, and climate crises. Should we be spending so much money on space while Earth's problems remain unsolved? Is space exploration truly for the benefit of humanity, or just an expensive distraction? Are we alone? The search for extraterrestrial life. Despite decades of searching, we have yet to find conclusive proof of alien life. But with thousands of exoplanets discovered, the odds suggest we are not alone. Yet, some scientists warn against actively seeking out extraterrestrials. Stephenhawking once said that if advanced civilizations exist, contacting them could be dangerous. If history has taught us anything, encounters between civilizations rarely end well for the less advanced one. So, should we be looking for aliens or hiding from them? Space exploration has always been portrayed as humanity's greatest adventure. But beneath the surface, there are dangers, ethical dilemmas, and mysteries that challenge everything we think we know. The question is, are we ready for the consequences? If this video made you rethink space exploration, don't forget to subscribe. Because the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, space isn't just about discovery, it's about survival.